For the Naturalization Test, 100 Civics Questions. Please note, because of the 2022 midterm elections in the United States, some senators, representatives, and governors, as well as the Speaker of the House, have changed. Use this video for the most up-to-date information. What is the name of the Speaker of the House of Representatives now? What is the name of the Speaker of the House of Representatives now? Kevin McCarthy. Why did the colonists fight the British? Why did the colonists fight the British? Because of high taxes, taxation without representation. The House of Representatives has how many voting members? The House of Representatives has how many voting members? 435. Name 2 national U.S. holidays. Name 2 national U.S. holidays. Thanksgiving, Christmas. What is the highest court in the United States? What is the highest court in the United States? The Supreme Court. Under our Constitution, some powers belong to the federal government. What is one power of the federal government? Under our Constitution, some powers belong to the federal government. What is one power of the federal government? To print money. Why do some states have more representatives than other states? Why do some states have more representatives than other states? Because some states have more people. What major event happened on September 11th, 2001 in the United States? What major event happened on September 11th, 2001 in the United States? Terrorists attacked the United States. Name one war fought by the United States in the 1800s. Name one war fought by the United States in the 1800s. Civil War. Name one U.S. territory. Name one U.S. territory. Puerto Rico. What are 2 ways that Americans can participate in their democracy? What are 2 ways that Americans can participate in their democracy? Vote, run for office. What does the judicial branch do? What does the judicial branch do? Reviews laws. We elect a U.S. representative for how many years? We elect a U.S. representative for how many years? 2. What is the economic system in the United States? What is the economic system in the United States? Market economy. What ocean is on the west coast of the United States? What ocean is on the west coast of the United States? Pacific Ocean. Name one right only for United States citizens. Name one right only for United States citizens. Vote in a federal election. What happened at the Constitutional Convention? What happened at the Constitutional Convention? The Constitution was written. What is one responsibility that is only for United States citizens? What is one responsibility that is only for United States citizens? Vote in a federal election. Who did the United States fight in World War II? Who did the United States fight in World War II? Japan, Germany, and Italy. What was one important thing that Abraham Lincoln did? What was one important thing that Abraham Lincoln did? Freed the slaves. Emancipation Proclamation. What do we show loyalty to when we say the Pledge of Allegiance? What do we show loyalty to when we say the Pledge of Allegiance? The United States. How many U.S. senators are there? How many U.S. senators are there? 100. Name one of the two longest rivers in the United States. Name one of the two longest rivers in the United States. Missouri River. What are two cabinet-level positions? What are two cabinet-level positions? Secretary of Agriculture. Vice President. Why does the flag have 13 stripes? Why does the flag have 13 stripes? Because there were 13 original colonies. Under our Constitution, some powers belong to the states. What is one power of the states? Under our Constitution, some powers belong to the states. What is one power of the states? Give a driver's license. What do we call the first 10 amendments to the Constitution? What do we call the first 10 amendments to the Constitution? The Bill of Rights. When is the last day you can send in federal income tax forms? When is the last day you can send in federal income tax forms? April 15th. The Federalist Papers supported the passage of the U.S. Constitution. Name one of the writers. The Federalist Papers supported the passage of the U.S. Constitution. Name one of the writers. James Madison. If both the President and the Vice President can no longer serve, who becomes President? If both the President and the Vice President can no longer serve, who becomes President? The Speaker of the House. We elect a U.S. Senator for how many years? We elect a U.S. Senator for how many years? 6. What group of people was taken to America and sold as slaves? What group of people was taken to America and sold as slaves? Africans. What are the two major political parties in the United States? What are the two major political parties in the United States? Democratic and Republican. What did Susan B. Anthony do? What did Susan B. Anthony do? Fought for women's rights. Who is the Commander-in-Chief of the military? Who is the Commander-in-Chief of the military? The President. What ocean is on the east coast of the United States? What ocean is on the east coast of the United States? Atlantic Ocean. What are the two parts of the U.S. Congress? What are the two parts of the U.S. Congress? The Senate and House of Representatives. What did Martin Luther King Jr. do? What did Martin Luther King Jr. do? Fought for civil rights. What is one right or freedom from the First Amendment? What is one right or freedom from the First Amendment? Speech. What is the political party of the President now? What is the political party of the President now? Democratic Party. What is one reason colonists came to America? What is one reason colonists came to America? Freedom. How many amendments does the Constitution have? How many amendments does the Constitution have? 27. Who was the first president? Who was the first president? George Washington. How many justices are on the Supreme Court? How many justices are on the Supreme Court? 9. Who is in charge of the executive branch? Who is in charge of the executive branch? The President. How old do citizens have to be to vote for president? How old do citizens have to be to vote for president? 18 and older. We elect a president for how many years? We elect a president for how many years? 4. What is the capital of the United States? What is the capital of the United States? Washington, D.C. Who makes federal laws? Who makes federal laws? Congress. What is one thing Benjamin Franklin is famous for? What is one thing Benjamin Franklin is famous for? U.S. diplomat. What is the name of the national anthem? What is the name of the national anthem? The Star-Spangled Banner. The idea of self-government is in the first 3 words of the Constitution. What are these words? The idea of self-government is in the first 3 words of the Constitution. What are these words? We the people. Name the U.S. war between the North and the South. Name the U.S. war between the North and the South. The Civil War. What did the Declaration of Independence do? What did the Declaration of Independence do? Announced our independence from Great Britain. Who lived in America before the Europeans arrived? Who lived in America before the Europeans arrived? American Indians. Who signs bills to become laws? Who signs bills to become laws? The President. There are 4 amendments to the Constitution about who can vote. Describe one of them. There are 4 amendments to the Constitution about who can vote. Describe one of them. Citizens 18 and older can vote. What are 2 rights of everyone living in the United States? What are 2 rights of everyone living in the United States? Freedom of speech, freedom of religion. In what month do we vote for president? In what month do we vote for president? November. What did the Emancipation Proclamation do? What did the Emancipation Proclamation do? Freed the slaves. What are 2 rights in the Declaration of Independence? What are 2 rights in the Declaration of Independence? Life, liberty. Who is the Chief Justice of the United States now? Who is the Chief Justice of the United States now? John Roberts. Name one branch or part of the government. Name one branch or part of the government. Congress. When was the Declaration of Independence adopted? When was the Declaration of Independence adopted? July 4th, 1776. Who vetoes bills? Who vetoes bills? The President. When do we celebrate Independence Day? When do we celebrate Independence Day? July 4th. Who was president during World War I? Who was president during World War I? Woodrow Wilson. Who does a U.S. Senator represent? Who does a U.S. Senator represent? All people of the state. What is an amendment? What is an amendment? A change to the Constitution. What is one promise you make when you become a United States citizen? What is one promise you make when you become a United States citizen? Obey the laws of the United States. What territory did the United States buy from France in 1803? What territory did the United States buy from France in 1803? Louisiana. What is the supreme law of the land? What is the supreme law of the land? The Constitution. Name one state that borders Canada. Name one state that borders Canada. New York. What is the name of the President of the United States now? What is the name of the President of the United States now? Joe Biden. Name one problem that led to the Civil War. Name one problem that led to the Civil War. Slavery. There were 13 original states. Name 3. There were 13 original states. Name 3. New Hampshire, New York, New Jersey. When must all men register for the Selective Service? When must all men register for the Selective Service? Between 18 and 26. What is the name of the United States Vice President now? What is the name of the United States Vice President now? Kamala Harris. Why does the flag have 50 stars? Why does the flag have 50 stars? Because there are 50 states. When was the Constitution written? When was the Constitution written? 1787. What is the rule of law? What is the rule of law? Everyone must follow the law. If the president can no longer serve, who becomes president? If the president can no longer serve, who becomes president? The vice president. What movement tried to end racial discrimination? What movement tried to end racial discrimination? Civil rights movement. Name one war fought by the United States in the 1900s. Name one war fought by the United States in the 1900s. World War I. What does the President's Cabinet do? What does the President's Cabinet do? Advises the President. What stops one branch of government from becoming too powerful? What stops one branch of government from becoming too powerful? Checks and balances. During the Cold War, what was the main concern of the United States? During the Cold War, what was the main concern of the United States? Communism. What is freedom of religion? What is freedom of religion? You can practice any religion or not practice a religion. Where is the Statue of Liberty? Where is the Statue of Liberty? New York Harbor. Name one American Indian tribe in the United States. Name one American Indian tribe in the United States. Cherokee. Who wrote the Declaration of Independence? Who wrote the Declaration of Independence? Thomas Jefferson. Before he was president, Eisenhower was a general. What war was he in? Before he was president, Eisenhower was a general. What war was he in? World War II. What does the Constitution do? What does the Constitution do? Sets up the government. Name one state that borders Mexico. Name one state that borders Mexico. California. Who was president during the Great Depression and World War II? Who was president during the Great Depression and World War II? Franklin Roosevelt. Who is the father of our country? Who is the father of our country? George Washington. Who is the governor of your state now? Answers will vary. What is the capital of your state? Answers will vary. Who is one of your state's US senators now? Answers will vary. Name your U.S. representative. Answers will vary. Thank you and good luck. Please subscribe for more.